because we like talking.
I like talking.
You like talking. And we have a camera.
Welcome back to me and Petra's cozy couch here.
To another episode of The Good Company, where we sit outside in the sun and pretend to work.
Today we're the fantastic company, because we got Thomas back.
And of course, we brought out Nick, who our new cameraman.
Welcome back to The Good Company. At GDC, I got some swag that we're actually gonna hand out to some of you people.
Some free stuff.
Good Company number 8. And
welcome back to another episode of Good Company.
welcome to The Good Company anniversary edition, I guess, number 10. So we're joined by Thomas. We are, of course, gonna start out like we always do with what we've been playing. And I think Thomas should have the honor.
Hey.
Ooh.
So we can get that out of the way.
Yeah, so we can get rid of it.
It shouldn't come as a surprise to any of you two guys, but I've been playing League of Legends. That has been a mainstay for the last 2 to 3 years now.
I know.
As you know. And also I've been playing The Witcher 2 on PC and a bit of Dirt 3. So that's pretty much been my gaming week with just a lot of hours actually spent on Witcher 2 so far. So.
And enjoying it, or?
Not as much as the rest of the world, it seems. I think with my years of playing console games especially, I've been really tended towards when it comes to a lot of details. When I'm playing games, it has come to now that there are certain details that would just more or less kill my enjoyment of a game for me. And Witcher 2 unfortunately has a lot of those, and that's like bad camera, bad controls some places, and what really pisses me off about the game is that it's such a hugely complex game with so many options and so many things you can do and so many awesome things you can do, but there's really no explanation of how you do it. So you're more or less just tended to yourself and just like, yeah, you figure it out. And it's one of the first games in years where I've been going through the whole keyboard just to find out how
what does this button do?
No, seriously, I was going like from A to C, just like hopefully this, nope, hopefully this, nope, and finally I figured out it was like a combination of 2 or 3 buttons, and it was actually really simple, but just because there was no way to explain, or there was nothing in the game that explained me how to do it, I used like 10 minutes on it, and it pissed me off.
This is a really, really long way of you saying that you suck at Witcher 2.
The game makes me suck. It's not my fault. No, but there are just like small gripes in games that will just piss me off, and I mean,
obviously.
And it's for the most part it's pieces of content I think would have taken like the developer 1 extra week to just correct. I mean, I know about the camera and everything. That's probably a far bigger problem, and also the controls. But like, just give me some sort of tutorial instead of just, it's so stupid the system it uses, because it's just like a little text box, and if you actually unfortunately press a button because you just want to walk forward or so, the game just at certain points of time just think, yeah, he read that, so I'm just going to delete it, and you have to go into a journal to find it again. The journal is not quite as efficient at telling you what you're supposed to do as the text box, so you just screwed. And
I just keep hearing, I suck.
Okay, so it's a bad game.
It's not a bad game,
but does it have trophies?
On the PC, no. But that's actually what why I'm hoping that there will be a console version, because even though I prefer to play the game on a PC, a console version where they have had time to tend to the many small problems might also result in like a special edition for the PC. So that's where I'm right now.
Cool.
Yeah, that was quite a lot. So, Peter!
Hey!
We don't have time for you now.
No, I'm out of here. I haven't been playing League of Legends. I've been listening to Thomas go on about League of Legends since he started to play it. And I've downloaded it and installed it so many times now because, well, listen to him and this sounds awesome. And I download and install. Then I uninstall it a couple of weeks later and then never actually start the game. I'm very sorry, Runik. I'm sure that it's an awesome game. But
right.
Everybody says it's great.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's the best Dota game on the market.
Yeah.
But you got your servers back, right?
I got my servers back. Yay! I've been thinking about playing either The Witcher 2 or LA Noire, which you've actually been playing. I kind of spoiled your part there. But I thought I'd wait until after
My
E3.
spoiled?
I spoiled your surprise when it comes to saying
okay.
what you played. I steal your thunder. So I've mostly just been playing Star Wars Galaxies because, is there really any other game to play?
No, but I mean, for once I can kind of understand that because the servers have been down for how long? A week?
Yeah, no, they were down for about 2 weeks.
Oh, 2 weeks, really? Yeah, because if League of Legends servers had been down for 2 weeks, I would really.
You've been crying.
Yeah, for once, I actually see where you're coming from, so I feel for you, even though it's an MMO.
Yeah, well, it's been good fun.
Yeah. How about you, Nick?
Well, Nick has been playing LA Noire.
Peter can say what I.
Yeah.
Nick has been playing LA Noire.
Yeah, I was really excited actually for LA Noire. So I bought it on release and spent like a weekend only doing that. Almost.
Yeah, I was completely amazed by that, but that you just like powered through it.
Yeah, but it was also the whole thing now with the internet and all that I don't want to have the story spoiled. I want to go through it, and when I'm stuck in a case, I don't want to be like, oh, I can look that up on the internet. So, because I assumed guides weren't done at the time, then I could just do it. So I finished the story and I've done all the side quests and all that. So now it's
because you're a trophy whore.
Yeah.
no use denying that.
I was just thinking, would I have done the side quests if there weren't any trophies for that? I don't know.
But how did you like the game? Because from what I've heard from a lot of different people, it had ranged from, this is like an okay but really slow game to this is just an epic masterpiece of which we have almost never seen before.
I think it's not a masterpiece.
Okay.
Before that, I want to say that I never really got into GTA, but really loved Red Dead.
Yeah.
So I was really, after Red Dead, I had high hopes for that, Rockstar can actually do games that I will like, and I really loved Heavy Rain. So the mix of like action, which I'm really into, and then Heavy Rain style with like good story really intrigued me. But I think for me it falls somewhere in between, and then it doesn't really work for some reason. It's really amazing, the whole character with the faces and all that. That's really great. But in the end, that's fine. But if the other stuff doesn't work good enough, then it doesn't really matter.
No.
When I did the cases, it was fun, some of it. But then you would go around and look for clues. But it was kind of like just waiting till you find you knew when you were kind of done with the place, and it was always like, okay, there's a knife with blood on it. I probably have to pick that up, and then you make some notes. And then there was also the same like beer bottle, and like the stuff that you didn't need were always the same stuff. It was like a cigarette beer bottle, a whiskey bottle, and it was like the same thing. And then the whole interview thing was kind of weird because you have truth, doubt, and lie.
Yeah.
And it was kind of I mean, truth is pretty obvious, and then you when you interview, you just look straight into the camera, and then doubt and lie is kind of where you have to guess, but it's, because when you look at their faces, they are either looking straight and looking like normal, completely staring at you, or they're like, oh, I don't know, and then it's like, okay, then you just have to guess whether it's doubt or lie, and then you look in your book and it's like, do I have evidence that he's done something? If you don't, then it's doubt, and if you do, it's lie, and so it doesn't feel like, I wanted to more like you go to some place and you search and then you figure out to solve the case. Here it's more of, I have to find the clues that Rockstar has placed, and I have to complete it in the way they want.
Yeah.
It's not about actually just getting the guy and putting him into jail if he's done it. It's more of how I should do it their way, which comes back to what I talked to you about, the whole grading of the thing that then really pulled me out. That it's, instead of this story like I felt Heavy Rain was, it was more of, I have to guess how they want the clues to be solved and all that, and then I get a grade in the end, and then it became much more about that, which was not, I mean, it wasn't bad, but it just wasn't the great game that I'd hoped for.
Okay. Yeah, I heard a lot of people compare it to like old school adventure games, which really intrigued my interest of that. And it's definitely a game I'm gonna play because just like you, I'm really not that into the free roaming GTA style of games. So I was really just interested in seeing like a more low key, more focused game from Rockstar Games, because even though I don't like the GTA series, I'm really impressed by Rockstar.
But I think the GTA thing really worked in Red Dead.
Okay.
For some reason, I don't know why. Maybe it's.
But it was more focused though in Red Dead Redemption than it was in the GTA series.
Yeah, and I think it also didn't break the whole. When you drive around in GTA, you're kind of like, oh, I can't go into that house, I can't do this. And then the other thing was that the whole talk about that it's the story and all that, and there isn't a lot of action, which I felt that there was. I mean, there is a lot of GTA moments where you have to shoot down people and.
Excellent.
And I thought it was more that you take them to the police office and then you have to talk to them and
then you shoot them.
Here's more either.
You lie!
Often they either go into a car and drive away, and then you have to ram their car off a bridge or something, or they start running and then you have to run after them, either like tackle them or point a gun at them. And then like every single side quest is you shooting like 10 people.
So I one question that I tried to get a straight answer about this from my Twitter friends, but never managed to, because you can drive around in the city, right?
Yeah.
If you get in a car and can you drive over civilians?
Yes, that's actually the interesting thing that is different from GTA, is that as soon as you hit, like if you just gently hit something, it's okay. If you
drive into
knock over like a telephone pole or run over civilians, it tells you are not doing, this is not the way a cop acts. And I found out that's why I got low grades in some cases, because I was like...
You didn't figure that beforehand?
No, because I did all the clues right and all that, but then I got like a 3 out of 5, and then I found out it's because when I went into the car chase, and I was like, I have to catch this dude, then I maybe hit a telephone pole or two, and once in a while a dude, but I was like, I have to catch this guy. And then you instantly go really low in grades, which is fine, but...
This is why we need a Judge Dredd open world, driving around in Mega City wide, like, get out of I am the law, just get out of the way, just run people over, because that's how a judge acts.
Yes.
So +5.
Actually, another weird thing, there is that whole open world thing, actually, I think, in LA Noire. And when you're, like, investigating stuff, and you're like, oh, I have to go catch this guy, then instead of going directly, as soon as you go to another location, you can actually just not do it and do like 10 side quests and spend 2 days on that, and it comes night and day, and that's okay. It doesn't really matter, which I would have liked. That is like, if it's important to go somewhere now, you have to do it.
It breaks the illusion.
Yes, exactly. And that's the problem. There's a lot of good things, but there's a lot of small stuff like that breaks the illusion, I think.
That happens in a lot of games.
And it's still a good game, I want to say. It's not bad. I was
going to say, breaking the illusion, I certainly think that was one of the struggles that Heavy Rain had as well, where it's very obvious that there are some people here who wants to tell a good story, and it also looks to be the same for LA Noire. And even though they both of the games have come up with clever ways to show the gaminess that we usually expect from an experience like that, it still seems like they're struggling with this being a game more so than a movie. And you mentioned the thing about grades before, and I actually like the idea of grades.
I usually do that as well.
I haven't been able to play LA Noire yet, but for me, I'm okay with LA Noire being like a good game, but a great story. That sounds like something I would definitely be interested in.
Well, then I want to say the main problem for me is I didn't find the story that good.
Oh, well, yeah. Okay.
And was kind of sad. The way it wraps up in the end wasn't how I wanted it to be. It wasn't actually the almost the best thing about Red Dead. When you get to the end and see the credits, you're like, wow, this is a great story, and I could see this as a film or TV series. And LA Noire is like, okay, I solved some cases, and I mean it was fun, and that's kind of it.
Okay. So looking for a good story, let's just go to like good old games and buy a couple of classic adventure games and play those instead.
I'd say I still recommend people playing LA Noire. I think it's great, and I think people should support Bundy and Rockstar with going this way with the face animation, or not animation, but with actually filming it and actually trying not to just do a GTA, but trying to do something different. I think we should applaud that.